All right. Oh, folks, let me know if you can hear me. I'm on a shitty headset, so I forgot to bring my good one. Sitting here waiting for coyotes to show up again. They're getting pretty brave coming up close to my dad's chickens. So if you're offended by gunfire, you might want to click off now. What's up? This is Building in JFK. How the hell are you? Can you guys even hear me? What's up, Sarah Luco? As usual, I have no clue what we're going to talk about. So whatever pops up, pops up. I do want to mention Whomper up to his old tricks again, doxing little kids. He was the one. I wish he had talked to me before he said it was York because I knew it was Whomper. But I mean, Edward admitted that he made a mistake on that, so he held himself accountable. But this is a recurring pattern with Whomper doxing families and making threats and posting pictures of people's kids because he doesn't like the adult. That's There's just no excuse for doing that with a kid. Yeah, Victor, if you see that freaking Roadrunner, let me know. I'll shoot him too. There's the moon's going to be kind of hard to see because it's poking from behind a tree, but the moon's pretty cool tonight if you're all at someplace where you can get out and look at it. I suggest it. It's another good one. Oh, I'm muffled. All right, let me try something else here. Hopefully, I won't hang up. All right, do I sound any better now? Well, hey, Jules. Um, I kind of think maybe we could pull each other's strings if you know what I'm saying. Do I sound any better now? Or the same or worse? Better? All right. So yeah, I'm just sitting out here on Coyote Patrol, bored out of my freaking mind. I'm really just planning on scaring them off. I don't really want to shoot any if I don't have to. I mean, I like to hunt, but it's just um, it's the wrong time of year. I used to hunt coyotes and raccoons and all the fox, all the fur bearing animals and sell their fur, but this is the wrong time of year to do that. So hey, JFK, I think you're onto something there. Let's see. The flavor of the night is just Model 10 if we have any gun people out there. Just a Model 10 22 long rifle. About all you need for them little suckers. Oh, you're on the beach. That's awesome. Oh shit, PHI, that's not cool. Do you know who did it? There's a link if anybody wants to come up. I really don't have much of a topic tonight, so whatever you guys want to talk about is cool. Within reason. Imagine that. I just said within reason. I gotta stoke that fire real quick. Tell you what, kids, I'm just about getting too old for this shit. That's some bullshit, PHI. Oh shit. I'm falling down on the job again. Hold on, I'll get you up here and you can talk about it. There you go. You're on, you have the floor.
Hold on, let me get off. Sorry, I'm in my car, y'all. Do I sound like a robot still?
No, you don't sound too bad.
Okay, so we're in the car. We just finished our test. For whatever reason, YouTube will not let me go live right now. I don't know why. I haven't got any notifications that I was reported. I think that maybe that's why. I don't know.
I don't really know that much about how YouTube operates.
It is on Facebook. So, Pred Hunters Indiana or Predator Hunters Indiana, if you want to go over there, They are there if you want to watch them. 72 years old, came to meet a 13-year-old girl, and he did go to jail.
Nice. I mean,
Belding,
not nice that, nice that he went to jail.
you'll be happy to know, Belding, I had my chat logs, girl, and they were on fucking point. I'm just saying what I heard.
Well, that's awesome. How many arrests do you have now?
They wanted to keep my phone, and I was like, can I just bring it to you tomorrow? So that's what we're doing.
How many arrests do you have now?
This is 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry, 4? Cool.
4 out of 9.
That's a pretty good ratio. I mean, that's
yeah.
I mean, about 45% or something like that.
Well, and just because the other ones haven't been doesn't mean they won't be. You never know.
Right. Yep.
So yeah, got him. Tiffany, the chat logs will be posted with that video when it premieres on YouTube because I will have that. So I will make sure that the chat logs are there for you, love.
Right on.
Oh, girl, it's a catch. It's a catch. He's in jail. It's a catch. Yeah, and the police, like, they were super nice. They came deep. Like, they sent out 4 of them for this 72-year-old man. I told him, dang, they sent 4 of you for that old guy.
Well, they were probably like, all right, we got a pedo, let's roll,
Yeah.
Something to do because the town that he was staying in was super small, and he was in like a retirement facility.
Gabby,
Assisted living.
Gabby's here with me, guys.
Hello.
Hello, Gabby. How the hell are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good to hear.
Yeah, it was. We made him call his sister as well. So you will see that phone call. His sister kept saying I was lying, and so I told him, you need to tell her what's really happening here. And he did. He told her. So
yeah.
Well,
Cool.
I mean, people get totally caught off guard, and nobody wants to believe that their brother is a pedo.
Exactly. She believed it when she pulled up out front, and the police had beat her there.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, and props out to Penny Ortiz. She called the police for me tonight, and she got them there like faster than I've ever seen the police show up anywhere.
Yeah, thank you, Ortiz family.
Yeah, she did great.
Nice.
So yeah, it turned out the catch went great. The signal fucking blew. Like, I'm shitty over that, but we'll figure that part out, I'm sure. There's 2 versions, one on our page, and we got a group and a page. So. But JFK, it's Penny, Penny with a P. Yep. But she did real good. She got the police there super fast.
Sweet.
But I didn't want to stay up here, Bill. Thank you for letting me stay up here. I just wanted to let everybody know kind of why I built it up that I was going to be going live. And yeah, so I'm like 10 minutes away from there, and I'm like, okay, let's get this live up and going. And yeah.
You said you didn't meet the requirements or whatever.
Yeah, YouTube said I didn't meet the requirements to go live, even though I've got like 50 other lives on there.
That's weird. I mean, you never got any kind of warnings or notifications or anything before that?
Not one.
Huh.
Not one.
Well, I mean, if you need help getting things out there, let me know, and like I'll put it, on my Instagrams, and we can do something on here or whatever. I can, let
Hell
people
yeah,
know.
I will. I'll send you. I'll send you the links for it.
Yep, we can do that.
I appreciate you. Everybody in chat, thank you. I hope you all have a beautiful night. JFK says hello, Gabby.
Hey guys, enjoy that Firearm bill. I'd rather be
Oh
in
yeah.
fire.
All
Yes,
right. Well, thanks for coming on.
you're so welcome. Jules Penny did do. She did do a good job. Thank you again, Penny. But you guys all have a good night, and I'll talk to you when I get home. I'm sure I'll be in a chat somewhere.
Right on.
So, all right. Talk to you guys. Good night.
All right. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really jack shit about YouTube. I just created this channel so we'd have a backup for Edwards in case his gets taken down. We could have someplace to just go. All right. What's the next topic of conversation? Yeah, I'm that weird guy that hangs out in the woods by himself, just dying to shoot something. Hello, Laura. Here, I'll throw another. I'll throw another link out there if somebody else wants to come up. Maybe. Don't want to let me do it now. Oh, there it is. Freaking MasterCard, you kill me sometimes. No, no bunnies tonight. It's not. I don't. Um, I don't just kill to kill. If I shoot something, I'm either gonna eat it or sell its fur, and it's not rabbit season, so I won't be shooting any bunnies. There we go. That's how we do that. No, I'm not kidding. I I eat anything that I kill or sell its fur or whatever. I don't just kill for the fuck of it. So um, I wouldn't mind murdering some pussy right now. Oh shit! Did I say that out loud? I guess I'm gonna get canceled again. Oh yeah, I like squirrels. It's actually been a long time since I ate a squirrel. Probably my favorite game that I like to eat is pheasant. I'm gonna have to make sure I get a few of them this year. I haven't had pheasant in a long time either. Yeah, anybody that didn't hear PHI when she was on, she couldn't go live on YouTube today, so and she got a catch. What was 72 or 73-year-old guy who was arrested. So good on them. But she had to do it on Facebook. All right. What do y'all want to talk about now? There are certain drama topics that I don't really want to talk about, but I guess if there's anything new that I might not be aware of, we can, I don't know, sketch it out or whatever. But I don't want this to be, I don't, we just don't need another fucking drama channel. But because of the position I'm in, I'm constantly having to address things, so I know what's going to happen. Yeah, I saw part of Jeff's first catch yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that KC was. I think KC had a little bit of a thing for that tranny. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why he was so pissy with everybody because it manifested in his head, and he had this attraction thing going on, and it just made him angry because he didn't understand why. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. Evidently, I missed something up in the chat. I'm bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad for not reading the chat while I'm blabbing. But I trust Jules' judgment 100%. So if she took somebody out, then so be it. Discuss the effects of reading chats through the pred. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, 100% KC was turned on, man. You could just tell, and that's why he was so angry is because he's like, man, I know that that's I mean, for one thing, people, I don't care if it's politically correct or not. There are no chicks with dicks, only guys with tits. And that's just how I feel about it. And I think that Casey was a little bit confused about, some uh, movement in his groin area that shouldn't have been there. And he got angry. I didn't see the second one at all. So, um, Vic, yeah, you can. Uh, like I know people that have done it, but they don't stay tame for very long. Once they get to be adults, you really can't control them. They're gonna either eventually attack your ass or run away. It's really hard to tame. Even if you get them as babies, they'll be tame up until about the time they start wanting to mate, and after that point, there's just no controlling them. So I mean, yeah, you can tame them to a degree, but they're not going to stay. Jeff for a hug. Oh my God. Did Jeff do it? We have things around here called coy dogs, and a coy dog is a combination of a coyote and any kind of other dog. We don't have wolves around here, but coyotes will mate with domesticated dogs, and then you have what's called coy dogs. Now, coyotes, I mean, purebred coyotes don't get very big, but if you get, we had a pack of wild coy dogs around here when I was a kid, and these fuckers were huge. And like I can't remember if anybody actually got mauled by them, but like they would chase people. And I mean, I've been shooting guns since I was like 3, you know. And so I was the oldest. When my brother and sister and I would want to play outside while those things were on the loose, I would have to stand guard with a 22. Actually, the same 22 I've got right now, and just in case they come up. I mean, if you get and I don't remember, it was too long ago. I don't remember what kind of dog they were mixed with, but like if you have a coyote and like it gets bred by like a bull mastiff or something, you've got a problem because it'll be a wild dog that would be very huge and powerful, you know. I wonder if KC like called the tranny afterwards, just to see how they're doing, maybe get a hand job. All right, I gotta get up and stoke that fire again. I wish I could live stream from my campsite, but I don't have good enough signal out there. So I got to come here if I want to really if I want to even watch YouTube, I got to get out of that spot. So, but that's where I'm building my cabin. But I'm totally fine with not having signal out there. Motherfucker, die. Alrighty then. Yeah, White Claw. I am gonna. I've done a little bit of filming out there, but like I'm probably gonna do a time lapse thing. I'll have to find somebody that can edit that shit together for me. But yeah, I will be doing some more filming out there. Yeah, this camera sucks. It does not do that moon justice at all. Oh well, if you're someplace where you can get out and look at the moon for yourself, I highly recommend it tonight. Oh my God, he read like every fucking word. Holy shit. I'm glad I didn't see that part. Uh, hang on 1 second. I really gotta answer this text back. If I end up kicking myself off, then I'm just gonna cancel it because I really got nothing interesting to talk about. All right, I'm gonna try to answer this. If I get kicked out of my own stream, I'll just cancel it and that'll be it. But if I don't come back, I do appreciate everybody for showing up, and I will see if I can pull this off because I got to answer this text. Woohoo! I did it all by myself. Yeah, Vic, there's a lot of that's something else I was gonna do is take you guys out to the some of the old cemeteries around here because some of the stones are like from the late 17, early 1800s, and a lot of them you can still read. But yeah, Vic, you definitely should post all that. You know, I mean, I'm not a catcher. I've done one fucking catch, and that was just because I wanted PCI to do it because they were uh, local to me. But they were in California at the time, so I just did the catch myself. But so I'm not a catcher, but um, when people are like overly nice to the pred, it just really, I mean, yeah, you got to be civil, but you can be civil without looking like being overly sweet. It just, I don't know, it just bugs me. Am I mad at you? No, why would I be mad at you? No, Vic, I got no reason to be mad at you. No, I'm good with the like I'm I wasn't like a professional carpenter, but I've done a lot of that kind of work. So I got everything under control. And the cabin that I'm building isn't, it's only going to be 3 rooms. And, I don't exactly need a building permit. So the thing is like years and years ago, I bought a shit ton of lumber because a lumber yard was going out of business. So I've already got all the lumber I'm going to need. It's just sitting there not doing anything. So I don't have that. The other thing I'm really going to have to pay for is the concrete for the. I'm going to actually the floor itself is going to be wood, but we're going to pour a concrete slab to build it on. That'll help it last a lot longer and make it easier to heat. And I've already got a wood stove that I can put in it, so like it's not going to cost me very much to do this project. I've already got shit tons of lumber. I've got a bunch of 6x6s, and so my walls are going to be 6 inches thick. And then I got a bunch of 2x8s and 4x4s and 2x4s. And um, I'm not sure what kind of roof I'm going to put on it yet. So I'll have, I'd like to do cedar, but that's pretty expensive. I might go ahead and do it though, because like I said, I won't have much money into it. But, and I've already got a shit ton of 8, 9, and 12-inch bolts. So yeah, I totally missed what you guys are talking about with why is Mrs. Belding shocked? I'll have to scroll back up there and see what the hell I missed. Oh, Vic, I misread. I just misread one of your comments. Here, let me put it up there. Being as how the way my mind works, I read that as hookers and hoppers. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, yeah, you can send me pictures of hookers if you want. Yeah, there's already a hand pump out there with a 30-foot well, so I got that covered already. I have to get a new pump for it, so I can't use it right now. But and then there's a pretty clean pond within walking distance, and then there's a creek that runs through it too. So I mean, all I got to do is boil the water, and it'll be good to go. I'm actually where that hand pump is situated. If I change my plan just a little bit, I can actually put that pump inside the cabin, which is probably what I'll wind up doing. That'll come in handy. I tell you what, man, since I've been staying out in the woods more, I've been like my mood has been a lot better. Plus a couple of people that I quit talking to, like I didn't realize like how I don't want to say they may be depressed because that wouldn't be the right thing to say, but one of them in particular, I didn't realize how much I was getting dragged down by that person. I'm not gonna name him or name her, I should say, but so yeah, I mean, I haven't been getting all fucked up very much here lately. I'm not saying that I won't ever again, but yeah, it's been good. I mean, I've had a few days because of my spine problems where I couldn't move because I did too much shit, the day before that. But I mean, that happens to me anyway sometimes. So, well, hello, Penny. Hope y'all don't mind if I smoke. Oh, something that sounds taller than a coyote's out there. Please tell me it's not a meth head. I mean, I don't mind shooting a meth head either, but the fucking paperwork for that is just bullshit. I better check it out. Oh, hey, you guys ever played Doom? Here, I'll get the light right. There we go. Just like the video game. Yeah, it's probably a deer. Whatever it was taller than a coyote. Hey, if you guys are lucky, when I go sit back down on my chair, there might be a serial killer out there. Maybe you guys will get to see me get my throat cut from behind. That'd be fucking awesome. Like, I have never asked anybody to like the stream, but like, if I get my throat cut, you guys, I hope that you will, just out of courtesy. Oh, I'm at an undisclosed location. Nobody's getting this address. All right, MasterCard, deal. Make a big cage and catch all the. Actually, I was looking for my old traps earlier because um, I just want to set them up like right next to the chicken's pen. That way, if they do get up in there, it'll catch them. Like I really don't want to go that route, but I don't want them to destroy the chickens either. So I'm not really trying to kill anything. If one of them jumps out now, I'll just fire a gun in the air and scare it away. Unless it wants to keep pursuing the matter, then I'll have to kill it. But hey, what's up, bad guy? Now, Mrs. Belding has been pretty nice here, so uh, unless there's something I didn't see, there's no reason for Mrs. Belding to worry about getting kicked out here. So, hey, sheepdog. I was just telling everybody about our first date. Here, I'll throw a link out if somebody wants to jump on. All right. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so stupid, to be honest with you. Well, that's cool, John. Appreciate you. Try not to get into any trouble tonight. Oh yeah, you didn't know that Sheepdog and I were a thing? We actually met on this stream, and it was magic. Once I found out she was into setting things on fire and shooting guns, I was immediately in love. No, Jules, she's an actual sheepdog that can type and text and stuff. Yeah, domesticating coyote pups that only lasts for so long because when they get to be adults, they're either going to take off or they're going to bite you and take off. That's why I mean you just don't see people with pet coyotes, unless they're in a pen or whatever. But I think I'm just gonna let this die because I'm not gonna be out here all night. Yeah, we'll throw some pine needles on there just for effect. Give it that nice smoky glow. Oh, mushrooms. You don't want to eat them. Yeah, they're called yeah, well, there's a few different names, but yeah, they're you can call them pups or cubs or but they are cute when they're babies. Oh shit, yeah, you don't want to mess with wolves. I mean, there's a reason why the farmers killed them things off a long time ago. And like I don't want to see anything go extinct, but the farmers killed them things off because they were attacking livestock and sometimes they will attack people. And after they reintroduced the wolves and got the population going, same thing started happening. So now they're out killing them all over again. But like you can't tell tree huggers anything though. No, Mel B, I don't have anything for s'mores. I got a Mountain Dew. I'll share it though. You got turned down doing free work. What kind of work? I'm doing all right, Mel B. I'm doing better than I have been in a long time, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, all right, killing off all the buffalo, that was a really bad idea. But there's a reason why they killed every last freaking wolf. It's because they attack livestock and sometimes people. Appreciate you, Melby. Sheepdog, do you want to come up here again? I think we had a good conversation last time. I just don't like just blabbing on my own. I don't know. I feel kind of dumb, to be honest with you. Are you kidding? Rami's gonna collab with Tommy. They're a match made in heaven. They can have each other. Does anybody have any updates as to like if Rami's gonna get jail time for the kidnapping and whatever the hell else they charged him with? I forget what his exact charges were, but you can't go around. I mean, it does not bother me to see a pred get treated badly. It really doesn't. But it's not a license to get away with whatever the fuck you want. What's up, Jerry? Ah, shoot. No, yeah, I hope you're doing okay. And I hope your sex change was a resounding success. I've got like 4 surgeries that I've been putting off for years, but some of it's getting bad enough where I'm gonna have to do something pretty soon because using a staple gun to hold my hernia in is just you can only do that so many times before it really starts to suck. And then I've got I don't know 3 or 4 other things that I've been putting off for a long time. I wish that you could just go in and like get all of them done all at one time. Oh, bad guy, that's terrible. Nope, didn't find a serial killer yet, but a little while ago I was using myself as bait. Um, and because I know as soon as I sit back down in that chair, the serial killer is gonna come up from behind and just no, yeah, help if I'd actually put the camera on what I'm talking about. Yeah, he'll slip right up from right through there. And he'll come walking through. Dum, 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 and I'll be sitting in this fucking chair. Zang! He'll reach around from behind there and cut my fucking throat. Or worse, he'll fucking like strangle me with my own gun strap. That'd be pretty embarrassing. Well, I was on the operating table, well, not the table, but um, freaking Tori actually screwed up my hernia surgery because like I've had a history of seizures, but I hadn't had one in a long time, and she took me to the hospital when she was living with me. She took me to the hospital. I mean, I was prepped. I was ready to go into the emergency or not emergency room, into the onto the operating table. And like all of a sudden they came in and they started asking more questions, and they asked me if I've ever had a seizure, and I said no because I just wanted to fucking get it done. And Tori was like, "Yeah, I think he had one. I think I saw him have one." Which what I think really happened was like I had taken an Ambien and then I just didn't make it to the bed, so I like slumped over on the couch. And so I don't think I really had a seizure, but because of that, they fucking canceled it right at the last second. And then I had to go and see a brain specialist and have him clear me. And then I just never rescheduled the surgery after that. So yeah, I mean, I was like, I was cleaned up and wiped down and all that shit they do to you. And then they come up and started asking more questions. And then the doctor was like, he was kind of mad. He's like, "Well, we asked you this before. Why didn't you tell us you have a history of seizures?" And I'm like, "Well, it's been like years since I think I've had one." And yeah, so there's that. All right, sheepdog. I hope you recover quick. If you get bored or whatever, you can hit me up and we can chat. Yeah, like I've had like they they used to call they were saying that I had TBI, but now they're saying that CTE is more appropriate. I don't really know what the difference is, but like I've had a shit ton of concussions and things. So I've had my bell ring a few times. So I know it's a big shocker, but I do have actual brain damage. But like really all it does is it messes with my memory. Like I can't remember time frames. Sometimes I can't remember names, dates. I can't remember dates for shit. But that's the only real problem I have. Like I don't have like football players and pro wrestlers and people like that. They when they have the kind of CTE or whatever that I have, like they'll get really aggressive. Um, but like I really don't have much of a temper. Now, once I do get across a certain point, it's hard to get me to go back, but it doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Sherry. I feel boring now because I can't do a lot of the things I used to. Like, I used to jump out of airplanes. I used to hunt human beings and all this. Yeah, I've done a lot of really cool things that most guys only ever think about doing. And like, I can't skydive anymore. If I have one wrong fall with the way my spine is now, I'd be fucked. But I'll tell you what, people, I and everybody should jump out of an airplane at least once. I will warn you though that if you like roller coasters and things like that, they won't ever be the same for you. I mean, any roller coaster that you go on after you've jumped out of airplanes, it's just going to be like, yeah, whatever. So do be warned about that. Oh wow, father, that's crazy. Yeah, that sucks. Well, I'll tell you what, the phrase is what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, which there's a lot of truth to that, but it's it can make you stronger or it can just make you bitter, you know, or it, you know, can leave you paralyzed, you know. Oh, let's go get some more pine needles. All right, if it was daylight, this is how we would signal for an airplane or a helicopter if we were lost. Oh, did you guys hear that? There's either some young coyotes or a serial killer that sounds like a young coyote. All right, y'all, this isn't going to be real loud because it's just a 22 long rifle, but if you're wearing earbuds, this is your loud noise warning. I'm going to stuff my phone in my pocket and fire off one round and scare that thing off before it gets to the pin. Or I could use my pistol and really blast your ears, but this rifle isn't gonna be that loud. But just as a precaution, earbud warning. Sorry for putting you all in my pocket. It's not as cozy as AZ's pocket was, but all right. Last call for earbuds. Going hot. Hopefully they took off. Oh, Edward's here. Here, I'll throw out a link if somebody wants to come up. I'm like way behind on the chat now. Yeah, with any luck, they will end up in jail together. That'd be nice. I hope that shot wasn't too loud for you guys, was it? I'm just asking in case I have to do it again. Yeah, it's just a 22 long rifle with a long barrel, so they aren't loud at all. I've got subsonic rounds, because I don't have a suppressor for this gun, but I have suppressors for other guns. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is if your bullet goes faster than the speed of sound, which most do, then you're really kind of wasting your time with the suppressor, because what makes a lot of the noise is that sonic boom as the lead's going through the air. So you have to have subsonic rounds along with your suppressor that go slower than the speed of sound, so you don't have that crack. Oh, there we go. I'm falling down on the job again.
So Tommy was complaining about his neighbors eating all of his food, his neighbors' kids. MasterCard, did you approve that purchase, or was it paid for by Colorado Pete?
And more importantly, is was the purchase insured? Can Tommy get his money back?
How's it going, Bill?
Not bad. I'm just out here on Coyote Patrol. They've been moving in closer to my dad's chickens, so I'm just out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what you just shot? Oh, you didn't shoot one, but is that what you just scared away, or what was over there?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could hear. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I could hear like younger ones. They have like a certain yelp that they do. And so I heard that, and if there was little ones around, then you know that mommy and daddy are around too. So I just ripped off around to. I really didn't think they would get that close because I've been talking, and I got the. I mean, they will sit around and like watch your fire, um, but those chickens probably look pretty damn good to them.
Oh, yeah, there's chickens out there too.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm out here. I'm fucking Edward. This is how pathetic my life has gotten. I am guarding chickens.
22s aren't loud, but they fucking hurt, says the bad guy.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't volunteer to. I mean, 22 is not the best um, carry around, but people that say that they're useless, and I've offered, but they won't volunteer to stand in front of one.
MasterCard said we did not approve that purchase as we don't want to be linked to his food stamp fraud. Well, I don't blame you.
Oh shit.
What
Oh,
happened with
Jason.
Tommy? I don't know. I still think some people don't know that he was live on my channel the other day. I got to premiere that tomorrow, or maybe later on tonight.
Yeah, you may as well make sure people know about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I just went live out of just because nobody else was and out of boredom. But if you want to get that premiere going,
Oh
it ain't
no,
gonna
I'm
matter.
not. It's gonna take a while to upload. I had to download the whole live stream, and now I got to just re-upload the Tommy part. So I'm just
Oh, okay.
whenever I do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's ready to go right now, you know.
Right. I got you.
JT Tommy thinks you left coins in a beer opener in his car at his wife. Anyway, I didn't come up here to talk about Tommy. Where you been, Bill? I ain't seen you in like a week.
Well, I've been laying low. I had last week I had a oh I don't really want to. I had a problem last week out in the middle of the woods, and
Oh, that's not good. Never good.
well, that's the thing, and people are so used to not like my family. They're used to not hearing from me for 2 or 3 or 4 days. So I mean, nobody gets alarmed when I'm not like if they text me, I will text them back immediately.
Right.
But I ran into a problem out there clearing where I'm going to build my cabin, and I I thought I had all of my battery packs charged to charge the phone. I made a miscalculation because evidently I had used them all up and didn't realize it, and I wound up with a problem out there. And then my freaking battery was dead on the truck, and it's hard to jump start a truck with a tree, so I couldn't drive out.
With a
And
tree.
well, yeah, I was out in the woods, nobody's around. You can't jump start a truck off of a tree. I've tried. It doesn't work.
Oh, I didn't even. Why would you even try? Shit. But
I'm joking.
no, I'm just playing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a good lightning storm, you can hook up the cables and like hold them up way high and hope that it hits you.
Right. Like this some Benjamin Franklin type shit.
Hmm.
Bill, what type of suppressors do you have?
What do you mean as far as like brand?
I gotta look at MasterCard's comment.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, Gemtex are pretty good. Yeah, I've got a Gemtech for my M4. Um, what else do I know I've got one. Oh, that's the problem with my fucking uh, brain damage is like I forget words that I use all the time. Like the other day, I was trying to tell somebody what state I lived in, and I couldn't remember the fucking word Indiana. Um, I've got a Vanguard 223, but Vanguard's the model, not the brand, and I'm drawing a big fucking blank because it's a goddamn. But anyway, I've got one for that, and I've got a couple. Oh, I've got one for my HK USP. I've got one that'll fit on. I've only got two 1911s with threaded barrels, but you can switch them out, with a few of them. What else do I have for suppressors? I think that's all I have. I've got two for 45. Oh yeah, I've got one for Glock 9 millimeters, but like pretty much any threaded barrel for any 9 millimeter Glock they'll fit on. And yeah, if you're a gun person, you might catch this next joke, but my favorite suppressor goes on my 357 revolver. If you claim to be a gun guy and you don't get that joke, then you're a fraud. No, a 2-liter bottle does not work. That's Hollywood shit. Now, if you stuff it like full of insulation, that'll work. But just a plain pop bottle without anything in it, no. In fact, I had a Mac 11 that came with an adapter that threaded onto the barrel, and then you could thread that onto a 2-liter pop bottle, but you had to stuff it like with housing insulation or um, like copper wool. You don't want to use steel wool because it'll burn, but like there's a bunch of shit you can put in there. Um, yeah, that's all Hollywood shit. Um, like pillows don't really work, and I've actually tried a lot of this stuff myself. Yeah, I'm a 1911 freak, man. I've had, man, I couldn't even tell you how many 1911s I've had come and go. Like a shit ton of Colts, a shit ton of um, Tauruses, and I've only had 2 Wilsons, and I think like I've only got 1 Kimber right now, but I've had like 4 of them. But that I like that ultra carry. Yeah, that oil filter thing. I mean, you want to use a bigger one, but that does work. It's not great, but it in fact you can buy adapters for those too. You can just screw an oil filter onto your barrel. Oh, hey, cool. That's cool, MasterCard. I definitely keep that in mind.
How about the
Yeah,
potato as a suppressor? That's an urban legend, right?
what's that?
The potato as a you like using a potato as a suppressor? That's like an urban legend, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, it would just like I've done stupid shit like that too. It just explodes as soon as you try to shoot through it. And that I mean, Holly people get their training from Hollywood, and there's just a lot of
exactly. Yeah.
bad shit. Oh yeah, Mastercard, that 38 Super is a damn good round too. I don't know why it's not more popular, really. Same thing with 10 millimeter. I don't know why it's not more popular. Yeah, the Breda 92s are nice. I don't have any right now, but I've had them come and go.
Mastercard says I tried an oil filter just to see if it worked, and it does pretty good for a 22. But anything higher up, my gun won't cycle. The gun won't cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing is I'm glad everybody here is using the right terminology because it's a suppressor. It's not a silencer, and you gotta use the right kind of ammo. You got to use subsonics, or you're wasting your time. If it goes faster than the speed of sound, it has that sonic boom, and a lot of times that's actually louder than the report. So you got to be careful what kind of ammo you use too. I can't remember what movie it was, but whoever they had as their technical advisor for guns was an idiot because this sniper was talking about, yeah, these are the highest velocity I could muster up, but then he had a suppressor on the gun, which he called a silencer, and that irritates the shit out of me. But yeah, you got to have subsonic shit for a silencer to do it, a suppressor to do. I just fucking did it. I'm gonna hurt myself.
You just did what?
I was thinking about idiots that call suppressors silencers, and then I just called it a silencer myself. So yeah, somebody call me out for that. I deserve it. Oh, you don't have to ever apologize for being late because I'm just fucking sitting out here bored. That was the only reason I went live. I didn't really have anything important.
What sniper movie were you talking about?
I can't remember.
Last
It
sniper
wasn't.
movie I seen was Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. Was the last one I seen.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty
That
good
was a
one.
pretty good one, right?
Yep. Man, the one I'm thinking of was old too. Um, but yeah, he was talking about how he worked up these loads that were, it was a 308, which 308 is what I use for long range shooting. I mean, I've got guns that will go farther, but it's just what I learned on, and it's what I'm used to. And I haven't done it for a while, so it'd probably take me some practice. But I could hit 800 yards consistently and get them all within the size of a 10. I mean, I could
Uh-huh.
shoot farther, but I knew that I was reliable up to 800 yards with that thing. But like I said, it's been a long time since I shot that far, so it would take me a while to get back into it. Yeah, American Sniper was pretty good. Oh, I forget the um, YouTube channel's name, but a few months ago, this dude had a 50 caliber explode on him for real, and it just about killed him. I forget the name of the was it Kentucky Ballistics? Was it him? I can't remember now, but yeah, that's not a. I mean, if y'all don't know how big a 50 caliber round is, there's a lot of fucking gunpowder in there. Yeah, it was Kentucky Ballistics. Yeah, like I said, I get names mixed around in my head, so wasn't sure. But and then if I remember right, they did it had happened to somebody else too, so they found out that there was some kind of flaw with that particular model. Yeah, it almost killed him. It fucked him up. Yeah, see, I fired a few Barretts, and I was always on the fence about buying one. I just want one, but where I'm at, I mean, I can shoot 308s all day, and it's not an issue. But a 50 caliber, man, you got to have a lot of wide open space and a hell of a backstop because that thing it just goes and goes and goes and hits a car and don't slow down unless it hits the engine block. You know what I mean? So I never bought one just because I knew I'd never really be able to shoot it. I mean, I can't see spending. I don't even know what they are now, but at that time they were like between 12 and 15 grand, and I couldn't see for the model I wanted. I just couldn't see spending that kind of money for something I can't ever shoot. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if they're still around, but these idiots would take a 50 caliber. I forget the name of their channel too, but they will take a 50 caliber out in the middle of the desert and like shoot it straight up in the air, and not have any idea where it's it's coming down somewhere.
I don't know.
I mean, when I was young, me and my idiot friends used to do that with buckshot. We'd all be sitting around a campfire or whatever, and inevitably one of us idiots would fire some buckshot straight up in the air. And as long as you don't like look up and let it hit in the eye, as long as it's smaller shot, it really doesn't hurt. But you want to make sure it's like 4 shot or less. You start lobbing double out around, and that shit'll hurt if it comes down on top of your head. Oh, they got cheaper? That's cool. Oh yeah, 460 is a nasty round. I have a 338 RuPaul, but um, I just haven't shot it very much. And I know I pronounced that wrong, but I can't say it the right way. Yeah, like I always kept like a shit ton of ammo stocked up, and I still have a lot. I just slowed down on shooting because of the shortage. But I wound up moving like 8,000 rounds to my son's house, and I think I brought 2,000 rounds out here to my mom and dad's house, and then I got some others stashes buried here and there. I mean, I've got stashes that I buried 25 years ago, and so I know that I've forgotten where some of them are. It'll be a nice find for an archaeologist one day. Well, I haven't heard any more coyotes, but just for good measure, I'm gonna rip off another round real quick and see if anything pops up. So I know that my pocket's not as cozy as AZ's, but I'm gonna have to stick you guys in my pocket.
Yeah, we barely heard it last time.
Yeah, these aren't shit. I guess well, nah. I'm gonna say I've got a 9mm on my side too, but that would be loud on you. Going hot. I don't hear anything out there, so I think they took off. I'm gonna let this fire go out. Hey, what's up, Terrence? We're just out here. Um, I'm actually using myself as bait for a serial killer that's probably in this cornfield. And then we're shooting things and talking about guns, and um, I may or may not be touching myself inappropriately at times. It's the gunfire; it does that to me. Yeah, JT. You don't want to wind up going back to jail, man. That's not fun. I'm sure. I mean, like I've been to jail, but um, yeah, I never spent more than like a few hours at a time. So, but fortunately, the charges were always dropped, more or less.
Say more or less.
Yeah, more or less. Well, I mean, my criminal record is not nearly as lengthy as Twomper was telling people it was. Like my driver's license has never been suspended. I've never had a drug charge. Don't ask me how I've never had a drug charge, but
You found a headstone with my name, my first and last name? Really? Or just my first name? Yeah, I think Alex just had a decent catch.
uh, who did?
Alex. I
Oh
think that
yeah,
guy went to jail.
good. PHI was on here earlier, and she couldn't go live on YouTube. There's something wrong with her channel, so she did it on face Facebook. But her 70, what was he, 72 or 73-year-old guy got arrested tonight. So
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know what her. I'm barely on Facebook. I have Messenger, but I'm never on Facebook. So
yeah, I never use it either.
I know. Is Vic not getting on the panel? Come on, Vic. What are you doing?
Yeah, if you want to come up, Vic, I'll throw the link out there. Just try not to say anything incriminating, man.
Oh, yeah. I missed the last stream he was on when he was on your channel last time, but I heard it was a.
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm going to be called to testify at some point, and of course, I'll forget everything that happened. But
Okay, don't talk about them, but yeah, sure.
yeah, I mean, anybody that wants to come on, you can click that link, and I'll put you up.
I want to ask Vic what happened at that smoking study he was at, the second one he went to.
Oh, he killed some people.
Oh,
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me.
Well, had he stayed any longer, I think he would have.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I'll get you up here. All right. You're live.
All right. I'm not going to lead you that direction either. What's up?
Oh, I gotta come back in.
Oh,
All right. I'm just grabbing some pine needles real quick. Mm. Got a signal an airplane now. All right, Vic, you're up.
All righty. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've been wanting to go over here to the cemetery. It's the oldest cemetery in Atlanta, and there's like this big old brick wall, old brick, fell over, and it's stuck together with lime, lime mortar. It's not like the mortar we have now. And it's very easy to clean that mortar off. I was gonna save the brick. Come to find out, our last mayor, or no, the city council for my neighborhood had put $1 million to the side to help clean make the upkeep of the walkways. And so I didn't know this. So, anyways, I want to go volunteer, but I don't want to work with all these people like 75 volunteers planting flowers. I wanted to clean the brick where nobody's going to do, or pull the grass out from the brick walkways. There's a lot of walkways, many miles in that cemetery.
Hmm.
So I told him, I met this big girl. I mean, this girl, she weighed like 250 pounds. She was waiting in front of the cemetery for her ride. She was a guard getting off, and it was real late. So I got to talking to her, and she had messed up and had to pay like $20 for the Hoover. You know, she tipped her something, I don't know, but I messed her up. So, anyways, I ended up giving her a ride home, and I found out that she was homeless, and the city gave her a job working up at the cemetery being a guard. And she's up there for like 2 weeks, and she likes the job and everything. And I took her to her house, real nice house and all. So I thought, well, it's not safe for this lady to be standing out there like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
The crazy people, there are crazy people around here. And so I told my city council lady that, I'm going to go up there and start cleaning the grass, and I'm going to do it live, and probably get like, I guess, $1 for every pound of grass that I pull up out of the street on live. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
kind of charity to where I can at least get a good down payment for her to get a car, or have, like all winter long, she would have a Hoover that she wouldn't have to worry about paying out of her money, out of her pocket.
Right.
Well, the two big bang guys says no, they didn't want me. I mean, turn me down. It was cold, pissed me the fuck off. I was gonna go up there and start cleaning the brick. And that one guard told me, she says, "Well, you can come up here and you can clean the brick whenever you want to when I'm working, even after hours," because she had confronted this one crazy guy up in there, and they had to call the police. But by the time the police got there, they couldn't find the guy. So I'm going to try to see, be real nice to her and the guy that goes from like 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning or so. Be real nice to them. I'm going to be up there at nighttime pulling grass and catch these people, because she said that she's caught people up there vandalizing the graves and shit. So, I thought, well, that'd be pretty cool. Me up there doing a live stream in the middle of the night pulling grass.
Yeah, in the middle of the night they might frown on that, Vic.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like I'm digging up a grave, but I have taken a couple of pictures. It does look like there was some grave robbers up here. No shit, dude. No shit. And some of
Yeah,
these vaults,
people
I
got no
asked
common sense, man.
I asked one of the guys working there. I says, "Has there anybody ever been dug up? Some grave robbers?" He says, "Yeah," but he didn't tell me when. But you know, Yeah, there was some cokers over there next to the hoppers. I think the hoppers did some of the coke that the cokers was doing in a cemetery.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, cocaine will make you do some weird things. Not that I would know.
Right, right. No, but I kind of liked it over there. I started reading some of the stones and stuff and looking them up. It's like some of the names have cities. Like Dunwoody. Okay, there's a Dunwoody that's north of Atlanta, and then it's like Powell. Okay, there's somebody that was in my neighborhood that was famous because they named him Powell. Okay, and that's the same family that's over in the cemetery. And then like neighborhoods like Inman Park, the name Inman, you know, is related to the people in the cemetery.
Well, Vic, I'll give you some free advice. Don't ever trust anybody named Powell, man.
Huh?
I said, don't ever trust anybody named Powell. I can tell you that from personal experience.
Well, I don't know about that, but there's a street over here named Powell. But anyways, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That do some kind of charity that at least I can do my thing, be left alone, and do something creative. Pulling grass that not many people's gonna do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could, I wouldn't do it in the middle of the night, but you can just go do it. You don't need if you
Well,
say
I
you
just
want
tell
to
them,
do
say,
it.
look, it's hot in the daytime. I thought I'd get this part here because it's in the sun. They're
Well, I
just,
mean, they're just going to
yeah,
assume
you
that
got a
you're on
point.
meth if it's going to happen.
Well, I thought about going there tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock and start.
Yeah, I mean, they probably wouldn't have a problem with that. Well, as long as the sun's up. I don't know what time it gets light there, but
Well, the cemetery supposedly opens up at 5 o'clock. Sometimes they don't open up at 5, and I just go ahead and jump the wall and go on in there. Uh, but nighttime they close that gate up at 5 o'clock sharp, and when they close that gate up, then I have to walk like a half a mile one way or the other to jump over a wall to get out, and I don't want to do that. So go up there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and be good. You know.
yeah, that'd be all right. They probably wouldn't say too much about that, but
See
I
what?
mean, when you're talking about like jumping walls and shit, man, they might frown on that part, but
Yeah. Well, thing is, that's true, but once I'm in there and around 5 o'clock, I know that girl's gonna be on shift, and she could probably see me, and I let her know, hey, I'm gonna be over here on this side here because that graveyard is segregated. I never seen a graveyard like that.
oh yeah,
But
people used to be
tell them which
racist.
side I'll be at, just in case, because even at 5 o'clock it's daylight.
Yeah,
But nighttime, that's I like going to graveyards at nighttime.
yeah, I like to like walk through them, but I mean, cops get pissy about that kind of thing, even if you're not doing anything.
Right.
I mean,
Well, the thing about
graveyards are
that
just
is
a peaceful place to
the
walk through.
cops has got to know that you're in there in the first place.
I tend to not tell the cops my plans, even if they're not illegal.
Right. Well, no, I'm not telling the cops yet, but yeah, I'm gonna go there tomorrow, and I'm gonna assess, you know, what it looks like, and try to figure out how much grass actually needs to be done, and then start at one end and go as far as I can on a live, because I'll have my laptop. I'll hook my cell phone up, do the live through my cell phone, but when the battery goes dead on the cell phone, I have to plug it into the laptop and use the battery off the laptop.
Why don't you just get a cheap battery pack like from Walmart? You can get them for
Oh
about
well,
$3. Be a lot.
I'm
That's what I'm hooked up to right now because live streaming just sucks the shit out of your batteries.
yeah. Well, I don't have any money right now. I don't walk away from $2,700 like a fool. But hey, I can make
This
that
one,
money again. It ain't no big deal. Uh,
this one is solar powered. Now it takes forever to charge it with a
oh
solar
yeah,
option, but it
I
holds
have a
quite
fast
a bit.
charger, but I don't have any power outlet.
Yeah.
And I know they won't allow me to do no extension cord, and I ain't even going to ask about that. I mean, but at nighttime, under a full moon, shit, I can see what I miss that night. I can get the next morning.
This one has a pretty good light on it too.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna do a little short video tomorrow about what it looks like, the roadways, the little walkways. Uh, put my idea out there and get somebody at least show me how to get them little words that scroll across the bottom of the screen or the top of the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's easy to do a banner.
So, they will donate the money to the cemetery themselves, but with a certain, uh, the what the charity's for, you know. So that way the city's actually getting the money, to help her out because the city's actually helping her out anyways. They gave her a place to stay, got her off the street. Uh,
I
she's
don't know if
from
I
like
trust a
Cincinnati
city.
somewhere.
I don't know if I would trust a city. Um, it, they, yeah, I would just find a
Well,
way
when I say the
to send
city, I
her.
would have like my city council lady, because I know her. I knew her before she was city council. She was a neighbor, and she had some meeting in her house, which she's lived in an industrial building. It's not a house, but her apartment unit or whatever you want to call it. I met her, and she's a nice lady. She's always came to our neighborhood meetings, and participated and listened to the people's bitches and gripes and complaints. And she knew me, from like 3, 4 years ago. Now she's city council, and I went to the meeting tonight, and she listened to what I had to say, but it wasn't about the cemetery though.
Yeah.
We talked very briefly about that, but yeah, you're right. Trusting the city.
Hey, what's going on, Tatiana?
Why did Ed mute up?
Oh, I have no
No,
idea.
I'm here. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. I just saw that you was muted.
Yeah, I mean, we don't actually live together. Um,
Right.
I mean, we do share a couch sometimes, but we don't really live together. So I have no idea what he's doing on his end.
Well, I needed to do something. You know, uh, I mean, I pretty much told the union to kiss my butt. And left that. I still have another one of them. Whatchamacallit, the researches. This would be a better research, but that's going to be like in the fall.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
man,
okay.
one of these days you're gonna wake up with a set of tits or something. Not that that's a bad thing.
Really? I'm gonna have to wake up with what on me?
Tits, boobies.
Oh, oh. Well, I don't know, but this next one, they're gonna give me a shot, and I got to go back every so often and get tested, give them blood. They're gonna give me a shot.
Mm, I don't know,
So,
man.
huh?
I said I don't know, man. I just I don't know if I'd want to. take part. I mean, because if something like really horrible fucks you up, I'm sure you got to sign a waiver saying you won't ever sue them or anything.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, yeah,
you
it's easy
know,
money, but
when I leave the house, I'm rolling the dice if I'm coming back.
well, yeah,
So,
I mean, we all are. But I'm just saying,
but this last time, I think that I was actually gonna get the drug. I was actually thinking I was gonna get the drug because all these other people, they look normal. They didn't look like, well, except for one of them that she was there on a suicide watch, and I'm like, oh Lord God! And I asked them about it. I
well,
said, you
you know
think she
what?
took the drug? They said, well, she certainly didn't come here on suicide. And
Ted
I'm
Bundy
like,
looked normal too, man.
ooh. And then I got reading the contract, and it did say that it'd make you suicidal.
Mm. That's the thing
So
about like I've run the gamut on antidepressants, and like none of it ever helped me, except for the ones that
it,
made me a complete fucking zombie. But at the time, I probably needed to be a zombie. But yeah, it's like they put you on antidepressant medication, but if you read the side effects, some of the shit says could make you suicidal. It's like motherfucker, I'm taking shit so that I won't feel that way, and yeah, whatever.
yeah, yeah. And what'll happen is these people would give it to you at 100% and fuck you up, and then they'll drop down to 50% to see the mood swing or whatever it's doing, and then they'll start raising it up from that point.
Hmm.
And that's what happened to that one girl. They increased it too much, and she just, she was on suicide watch 24 hours a day. There was a nurse there just to watch her. She could not close that door, or that nurse would be in that room watching her.
Was she in a smoking study?
No, she wasn't in a smoking study. She was in the other study where 50% would get a placebo, and the other 50% is going to get this medicine.
Oh,
And one of them's for schizophrenics, and the other one's personality disorder.
I tell you what, I was taking Chantix to. I mean, I don't really give a fuck if I get cancer or not, but I just decided I wanted to try to quit smoking, and I just not strong enough to do it on my own. So I was taking Chantix, right, like for a while, so that I
Right.
won't get lung cancer. And then, like the pharmacy quit giving it to me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I get a letter in the mail saying that they stopped making it because Chantix gives you cancer. So,
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what's weird? I had some stomach problems like 2, 3 years ago, and went to a clinic, and they couldn't find nothing, and took blood, couldn't find nothing, and they thought I was doing drugs, and they did a drug test, didn't find anything. And they gave me grenadine or grenadine or something like that. It's a little orange pill. And they gave me like 500 of them jokers. And I'm like, damn, how many is supposed to take? She says, well, whenever your stomach goes to hurting, just take one. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to take it. They come find out. It's same shit as Zantac, and Zantac was cancer causing.
hmm,
And I took the bottle back and gave it back to him. Says I don't want this. It was a recall.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, Zantac worked good, even though it caused cancer, though.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it didn't stop my stomach from hurting. I mean, it was like I'd eat, and then like a couple hours later, my stomach would start cramping real bad, and it lasts like 8 hours.
Oh shit.
And I was in pain, and then I'd be okay. As long as I didn't eat, I'd be okay.
Right.
But that went away. I don't have that anymore. You know, but every now and again, that's like early in the morning when I wake up, I get nauseated. You know,
You're not pregnant,
No
are you?
matter if I don't drink any coffee or if I had water or if I ate, I'd still get nauseated. One time I got nauseated at work and I went outside on a dock, started throwing up. And one of the supervisors came by and says, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Man, we're going to have to send you to the nurse. You got to go take a COVID test." And, I went and came back clean, didn't have no COVID. Because I started wondering about that. Maybe I got COVID. And I ain't got COVID. He asked me, "You want to stay or you want to go home?" I said, "Well, I feel fine now.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have to worry about going there no more. It's just too stressful with those people practicing nepotism and I'm gonna let all them do what they're gonna do and going about my life. I find something. I could be a ghost whisperer.
Yeah, that's fun, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I doubt that I'll get anybody to talk to, but it's always fun to walk through there to look at the graves and think that these people lived here, or they're real prominent people to be there.
Yeah, I mean, old cemeteries are really cool because I mean, some of the descriptions they put on the stones about people are just very descriptive of like how they writhed in agony and now they're at peace and yeah, just shit like
Oh
that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I went there and I started taking pictures of these angels. Okay, and there's some nice angels. I hadn't posted them. I thought about posting them, but and then I started taking pictures of these children's graves because around a certain time, turn of the century, I think there was some kind of flu outbreak or something happened that there was a lot of children that died
Well, there
and
was a Spanish flu
families.
outbreak.
And it's kind of sad, but I see these big elaborate graves, and then I see this little bitty one down here at the foot, and you read it, and it's somebody's child, that only
Yeah.
lived a day or maybe a year,
Oh,
you know.
WPG, I've got tons of firewood, man. I'm letting it go out on purpose.
Firewood.
Yeah, dude, they're selling these little tiny bundles at a gas station, not you know, probably I don't know, 12 miles from me. Little tiny fucking bundles for $8. It's like, man, I've got so much firewood stockpiled. If I was to charge $5, I could make a killing.
Well, dude, why don't you just load you up a wagon full and take it up there and sit on the side of the road and sell it, you
I
know?
thought about it. I thought about it. I've got a wagon and a pickup. I could really
Or
load it
better
up.
yet, just bag it up and put the competitor out of business. Tell them that they get two bags for the same price, or just a little bit more. You
Well, I
know.
mean, it wouldn't take much to undercut them. I could give them more for $1 less, you know. And
Yeah, I mean, people would do that, or even go to. Well, I mean, I don't know if they have Home Depot out there.
yeah,
Did you got Walmart out there?
oh yeah, everybody has Walmart.
Okay, good. When I get out in the country like that, Walmart's about the best place to go to.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, it was all, well, there was Kmart and stuff like that, but it was around where I live, it was mostly mom and pop stores.
Right.
And then Walmart just came in and
I
just
remember Richway and Zayers, all them old ones. They're in the South. A lot of them are.
hmm
Woolworths. That's where you get a cheap meal. Years and years ago. Oh,
yeah,
let me
I
tell
mean,
you
I hated to see the
what
mom and pop
happened.
places go away.
I go online and I go to the Facebook and I read something, and the first thing I see is somebody saying something about this crazy man at the end of the street waving a fucking knife. Okay, about 12 posts down, this one lady says, "Is his name Rodney?" Oh, dude, that pissed me the fuck off because I knew who this woman was that posted that. So I got online and I looked her ass up trying to find out something. So I found out she's 51 years old and found out that next month she's going to have a birthday. And so I told her, I said, you need to retract this, what you said. I said, being 51 years old and next month's your birthday, I said, you shouldn't be acting like this. And she took that shit down real fast and say, I ain't been messing with these people. I left all these people alone like 2, 3 years ago. I don't even post anything. I mean, if I see somebody breaking in a car, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to say shit about it to them.
Yeah.
Because, every time I do post, they get all upset, get butt hurt. So I decided, you don't want me a part of the neighborhood? Fine. I won't be a part of it. And then here they are talking about me. But, I thought it was kind of funny, that I just happened to look on there. I don't even go there, and I happen to look because, someone said, you better watch your Facebook or such and such. Well, hell, I got about 5 or 6 of them. I don't even use them. I only used them for a video game that I played, and I made more accounts with more Facebooks. Because you have to have
Right.
a Facebook account to play the game.
Oh, so yeah, you would like send gifts to your other games, right? Your other
Yes, yes,
yeah,
correct,
your other
correct.
accounts go in there. Yeah, so that way you get all the stuff you need for your games. Yeah, that's
Right, and see, I'd have a main account, and then I'd have a second main account, and then I have smaller accounts, so I can go after the small people. Because the big
right.
accounts, you can't go after the small people. And what I do is I take my small account and go after the bigger people with the small account, and I'd piss them off. I'd be like using the level 15, beating up a level 25. And people can't, regular people can't do that unless you know the combinations of troops. Because I was real cheap. I wouldn't just kill something because I could.
I do,
Not
man.
my
I kill
troops.
shit all the time.
Well, not my troops. I kill the other troops. But yeah, that's what I did. But for some reason I went there and I looked and I said, these motherfuckers are talking about me again. You know,
Well, I mean,
be like Rodney Dangerfield. Don't get no what you
tell
call
you I get
that.
more respect. Yeah, that guy.
But yeah, it's all good. That lady. I feel like sending her a message and apologizing to her because I mean we did go at it one time. And I made her mad, but she's a real snide person, thinks she's better than everybody, but that's fine, I don't care. Uh, I just won't apologize to her so that way, she knows I don't have any hard feelings for her.
Yeah, I've got probably you guys can't really see it, but this is just a little samples of firewood that I've got probably at least 10 times this amount. You can't really see it, but
You got any cherry?
oh yeah, yeah. I got to clean this. I'll have more because I got to clean this mess up from the last windstorm we had.
There's people that buy trees. I mean trunks, not trunks like a tree trunk, but I'm talking about the big main trunk, you know what I'm saying? Not the tree limbs, but the
Yeah,
main trunk. They'll take the whole trunk, put it up on some kind of wagon, trailer to where they cut slabs, out of the tree.
yeah. I've sold a lot of oak and walnut that way in the past.
Yeah, I like walnut. I bought a bunch of walnut. That shit's fucking expensive.
Yeah,
I got maple too, which maple's a little bit stronger than that walnut in cutting. I'm gonna tell you that.
And here's yeah, this was my favorite. I can't. Fuck, my camera sucks, but and I'm standing in the smoke. But this is my favorite. Was my favorite willow tree, and the freaking whatever
Okay.
came through here cut that fucker right down. So I got to cut all this up too.
Willow's a very light color wood, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And it's
I know
probably
my
soft.
light's washing the color out, but yeah, it's real light.
Yeah, you know what a burl is, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Them big old knots, canker sores on the side of a tree. If you see any of those, save those. Those can bring you good money.
yeah.
Seriously.
My son and I make walking sticks with those.
Yeah, I started looking at some of this woodwork, how they see what I'm doing is just simple as shit. Okay, it's just little. You cut your little shapes and glue it on. But I've watched these people. I forget what it's called, where they stack their veneer and then they cut out the pattern. And once they cut the pattern out, you can interchange the wood. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
To where you might have three different kind of woods, and you can have three different kind of designs
Yeah.
because all the designs will still fit each other. Forget what that's called, but these people they made this bird, and when you look at it, it looks like a real bird, but it's all wood. And this one guy, he has he's well known. He has the most veneer that anybody has in the whole world. And I mean, he has a big shop with all this veneer stacked, and he makes all this real nice. I think it's marquetry or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I kind of like to do something like that.
I wish I had the like I used to have a joiner and a planer and all that kind of stuff, but I just didn't have time to do a lot of woodworking back then. Now that I have the time, like I sold off like my big equipment, my joiner and my planer and all that shit.
Right, right.
So I wish I had it all back now. I could. I would really like to get back into woodworking like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I had a big table saw, and that was the best table saw that I own. And I would take like real heavy two by fours, that's got a lot of sap in it, and I'd cut it down to very thin pieces of wood and use that as my veneer. I took out, you know what lathing is, don't you?
Oh yeah.
That's behind the plaster. Well, I took out all the lathing, pulled all the nails out, and I cut everything in half and glued everything back together. And it made different colors of stripes, from a light yellow to a reddish color, orange, brown, and did beadboard going all the way around the dining room for this guy. And then the chair rail, I used plywood and cut it in such a way that all you seen was the end grain. You didn't see the flat grain. It had stripes in it.
Yeah. You ever work with that tiger stripe maple?
No, I don't. I've seen it before, but I've never worked with that. I have some exotic wood. I had like 50 pieces that's like 7 inches by 9 inches, and some oil got dropped on the pieces, and it messed up all of them. So I cut them up in little bitty squares, probably like a quarter inch by a quarter inch. and I think it one of them was at Tigerwood, and but I have over like 5,000 little squares so far that I'm gonna glue all those little pieces on a piece of uh, hardboard to make a mosaic picture out of it.
Oh, that'll be cool. You cut them down to a quarter by quarter.
Yeah, I cut them down quarter by quarter. I have a little jig. Once I cut each little piece, I stick it in the jig, and I know right where to chop it, and it chops every one of them the same square. So,
Yeah, I mean,
oh,
I assumed that you'd be using the jig, but man, I'm just thinking of how. Yeah, still, that's
well,
still tedious though.
yeah, it is tedious. I haven't finished cutting those up yet. I just cut them up to get them put away, but it took me probably about like a month to cut those, you know.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Starting out, and then I had to make one jig, and it worked okay. Then I ended up making two more jigs until I tweaked it enough to where it cuts it perfect for me every time, and then it's just fast after that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have the. Well, and I guess I don't know if you had the time, nothing else to do, but I just don't think I'd have the patience to cut down 5,000 little quarter by quarter blocks.
Yeah, well, that's true, but check this out now. Okay, what I was doing on that guy's wall, the beadboard, by laminating, cutting a piece of wood and gluing it back together.
Mhm.
Okay, there's people that make uh, butcher boards. They do that. They'll have a stripe, okay, a pattern with the stripe. And then once that glued up, they'll cut it again to where they can intermix the stripes. They'll cut it at a diagonal next time. So when they start gluing everything back together, you have all these weird shapes and designs. I mean, some of this stuff is really good,
Yeah,
you know. And I said to myself, damn, I could start making these cutting boards and make a killing, And these people are finding wood, just scrap pieces of wood and just planing it and gluing it together, and cutting it and planing it, gluing it together three or four times, and they come out with all these fancy designs.
yeah, that's the thing though. I mean, to get like a good planer, and joiner and a
Yeah.
good table saw and radial arm and all that, you're gonna spend a lot of money.
Yeah, you will. But sometimes, if you're going to do one job, then, Harbor Freight. It's like I went to Harbor Freight and I got a grinder. And then I got these discs that you polish concrete with. There's like eight different grits. But I
Yeah,
was, just screwing around one day and I took a bunch of concrete and mixed dye, the dye you put in paint. I mixed it in water, and then I poured that water into the concrete, started mixing concrete, and I poured the concrete in this mold. It's a melamine, and nothing sticks to it. You have to, put silicone or I use WD-40, just wiped it down, real good, and pour concrete in it. And once the concrete dries, you pop it out of the mold, and then you leave in a bucket of water for a couple of days, and you take it out of the water, and then you start polishing. And once you start polishing it, all the aggregates will come up to the top, and you put shards of glass, different colors of glass, like green and blue glass. It pops up. So I started making all these little stepping stones. Well, I get them all polished, and then I would cut them again, put them back into the mold, and then I pour more concrete over top of it. And the places where I didn't put those little pieces of tiles in would be the other color of concrete. So I might have like a blue concrete square with a green concrete square right behind it. So when it dries, it's like a monolithic, piece, which it would have like two tiles in it, but it would be, two different colors. Like the blue would be the tiles, but when you look at it, it looked like the whole thing's in one piece, rather than you cut out a groove and back buttered it and put it in. You know what I'm saying? It's all smooth in one piece. So I started cutting out like little squares, little circles, triangles, and start putting it into little molds. And people was digging it. I'd sell it, $3 or $4 a piece for a big, 5 pound chunk of concrete. One bag, I could probably make about $20 out of it.
Yeah. No, John P. I am not fucking great grandma. Never was. Yes, I
Oh,
know
come
who.
on, man. Come on. You was wearing them bloomers. I saw you.
Well, I pose as a different grandma, not
Ah.
our great grandma.
But yeah, that's
And
what's
how often
going
have you
on.
actually heard me talk about Tommy recently, John P?
Yeah, I seen him on there the other night. I wanted to get up so bad. I said, no, I better not. No, no, I better not.
Yeah. So if somebody doesn't mind, check and see if that John P account is a newer account, uh, ban them. If it's looks like it's been around for a while and they might be legit, just let them go. But if it's a new account, looks like a troll account, ban them.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he's got. I think it's something to do with his clutch, maybe his throwout bearings or something like that. Uh, he wants me to come help him. I told him I'd come help him, but if I was to help him, I wanna do a live feed on it, so everybody
Yeah,
can watch.
yeah. I mean, cemeteries are cool. I think, especially the old ones.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna go there in the morning time, so I'll probably go live for a few minutes. I don't know.
Hmm. I
I
usually
mean,
don't go to sleep till between. If I sleep, I usually don't go to bed till like between 3 and 5 a.m. So if you're doing that shit at 5 a.m., you ain't gonna see me there.
right, right.
Unless I just
But
can't sleep, then I'll click on it. But
that's cool. Well, I'll leave it up for a little while, you know.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm just gonna do a little walkthrough, and see. I'm gonna try to calculate how many pounds of grass I can dig up. I would, I'm thinking about 700, 800, maybe 1,000 pounds.
hold on. All right, if he's threatened somebody, ban him right now, please.
Who'd he threaten?
I don't know. I just see somebody saying that.
You, I think.
I wasn't really watching the chat too much, so
Who,
I missed
me?
that.
Yeah, he said if you're in Colorado, then if you were in Colorado, I would love to meet you or somewhere close.
Well, tell him I give him my address if he wants to come.
All right, he's gone.
I mean, I'll give him my address. I ain't afraid of him.
Yeah, I didn't want that kind of stream tonight. If I feel like talking about drama shit, I'll say,
No, I
in
don't
the
want to
beginning,
either. I
but
mean,
usually say I don't want to.
I normally would, but I don't. Tonight ain't the night.
No, I just wanted to come out here and shoot coyotes with you guys.
Man, I tell you what, I'd come out there, I'd capture them things, put them in a pen, and I'd bring them back here to Atlanta and let them out.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that, but I'd definitely take them somewhere. I mean, it's like me. Well, I mean, if they're killing my chickens, yeah, I would have to do something. But it was like that little rat that I seen run across the street, and I knew it was sick. And I was, first thing I was going to thinking, catch that motherfucker and kill him.
Hmm.
And he stopped, and I'm like, what do I do now? And then looking at it, I said, well, I can't, it ain't up to me to kill this thing. I can't kill it. So I walked away from the rat.
Well, I have a different view on rats.
Yeah,
Both two and
yeah.
four-legged.
Well, I knew this rat was, going to leave this world anyways because, he was real lethargic and most times they would run from a human being. This one didn't run. He ran a little bit, but he didn't continue his run.
Yeah, so he was dying anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah. Now I got this little sneaky squirrel. He'll come up here, sit on the handrail, and he'll look in the window to see if I'm here. And if I'm here, he'll get on the floor and start eating bird seed on the floor, the handrail. And if he notices I'm not looking, he'll jump up in the feeder and start eating. So I run him off. And he keeps
Well,
coming back,
have
and
you
I'm
been
like,
sharing your
I
nest with
can't hurt
anybody?
this little squirrel because he's hungry as hell, and he knows that there's bird feed here, so I'm gonna have to accommodate him. So I'm trying to the birds done ate up all the bird food, so I put cat food in there.
Well, I mean, squirrels are one thing, but rats are something
Right.
altogether. I mean, they're both vermin, really. Technically, they're both
Well,
from
a
the same
squirrel will
family.
fuck your house up. They'll chew holes in your wood. They have to chew though. See, people don't know that because their
Yeah, they
teeth.
gotta file their teeth down just like rats do.
Yeah. So, but I like the little squirrel because that little squirrel's got balls to come up there, and he'll sit there until I get about four
I
feet
thought
away from him,
squirrels
and
had
then he'll
nuts.
run. So I put cat food up there in a bird feeder. The birds don't eat cat food, and the squirrel, he ain't jumped up there yet. So I don't know if he's going to eat cat food. If he starts eating cat food, I'll start feeding him. I put a peanut butter sandwich out there, and he didn't want to eat it. So I broke it up in small pieces and stuck it around the handrail. He'd come up there and he started looking at it. He wouldn't cross over it. He wouldn't step over that. And I put it up under the bird feeder and he wouldn't get nowhere close to the bird feeder.
One second, Vic. I can't tell who I have modded in here. JFK, do I not have you modded here? Because I'll cancel this stream and go back live real quick and give you a
You
roast.
want me to go and mod for you?
No, you're fine. I took care of him, but um, if she's being threatened by somebody, I wanted to be able to defend herself in my chat. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
But when I'm on StreamYard, I can't tell who I've got modded and who I don't.
right.
But you can't mod anybody when you're on StreamYard. So I'll have to cancel the stream and another one. I'm wanting to get off of here anyway. I'm about live streamed out.
Right. Yeah, it's been
Okay.
2.5 hours. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, for me, that's a long time. I usually like after half an hour, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I don't want to do it anymore. But
Yep. Well, I'm gonna bounce out of here too. Maybe if I leave the stream, this video will download faster. Like it'll Downloading a video off of YouTube sucks. It takes a lot of time. Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
why.
I know, man.
It's
All right.
572, and I'm only 263 into it, so not even halfway yet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It probably will go a little faster. But yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shut this down anyway because uh, I need to. I should probably eat something at some point today.
All right. Thanks for having me up here, Bill. Vic, I'll
All right.
see
Well,
you
thanks for
later
calling.
on.
All right. Yep. Thanks
Well,
everybody for.
it's nice talking with you, Ed, and it's nice you having me up here also, Bill. Like always.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm like I said, I'm gonna go to the cemetery in the morning and do a little video, and I'll talk to you again.
All right, man. We'll do it again sometime.
All righty.
All
You
right,
have a
dude.
good
Later, man.
night. And everybody in chat, you have a good night too.
All right, everybody. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing out here to kill right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock it down. But I do appreciate y'all showing up and listening to us blab. All right, y'all. Have a good one.